Now we are going to discuss about the Rankine cycle. So Rankine cycle is actually one of the power cycle which is used in the power plant engineering. Okay. So a power plant actually consists of 4 components majorly, like boiler, condenser, expansion device, so which is the turbine and the feed pump. So the primary component is the boiler. So from where the fluid is converted into vapor. Okay. So from the boiler, the vapor reaches the turbine. So the flow direction is in clockwise direction. So after reaching the turbine, so the steam makes impinges on the turbine blades where the power is generated. So it is going to the generator. So this is the power generator. So this low pressure vapor, then it is sent to the condenser. So this is the condenser. Then in the condenser what happens means, so the vapor removes, which means it ejects out the latent heat of vaporization and it is converted into liquid form. Then this liquid form enters into the feed pump. So again, this pump actually increases the pressure of the hot fluid and it sends back to the boiler. So this is what the entire process of a power plant is. Okay. So what happens in the boiler? So in boiler, what happens means, so initially the liquid state, so for example we take water, simply water. So the liquid state water is heated and it is converted into vapor form. Okay. So actually we have a term called the superheating. So superheating means it is the phenomena, it is the process of heating any fluid above its boiling point. So that is called the superheating. So here the superheated vapor is formed. So it is sent to the turbine. So at the turbine, so here the high pressure, high temperature vapor hits the blade of the turbine. So the turbine blades rotate and it is directly coupled with the generator where the power is produced. Okay, then this low pressure vapor is sent to the condenser. So condenser actually it rejects the latent heat. Okay, latent heat. It rejects the latent heat and this low pressure vapor is converted into the liquid form. This liquid is to be pumped back to the boiler using the feed pump. Okay, so this is actually the entire cycle. These are the various processes involved in a power plant. So now we can see these processes in terms of PV diagram and TS diagram. So this is actually a line of pressure. So here this is called the saturated liquid line. So this is the saturated liquid line and this is the critical point and the remaining is the saturated vapor line. So this graph you can find in steam tables also. So here we are going to plot this. So first of all, we need to know the various processes involved in this. So what is happening? So from boiler to the turbine, so what is happening? So at the boiler, what is happening means, so here the heat is added. So which is at constant pressure, the heat is added. So we can mention this as so here the pressure is constant and heat is supplied. So QS means it is heat is supplied at constant pressure. Okay. At turbine, what it happens? So turbine is basically a expansion device where the pressure is reduced. So here what is happening? So it is the isentropic expansion. So here the entropy is constant and the expansion process occurs here in the turbine. So this is the second process. Then third process, so in the condenser what it happens means the heat is rejected at constant pressure. Here the latent heat is rejected. So actually latent heat means it is the it is the amount of heat. When it is rejected, the vapor form will be converted into liquid form. So this is the job of the condenser. The condensation process occurs in the condenser. So here the heat is rejected at the condenser at constant pressure. So then in the feed pump what will happen? So what are all the processes involved? Process involved in the heat pump means, so here the pressure is increased. Okay, here the pressure is increased by pumping the water. So isentropic compression. So entropy is constant here and compression. So the pressure is increased. So this is the compression process. So these are the various processes involved in this cycle. Okay. So now we are going to draw the various PV diagram. Okay, lines in the PV diagram. So from here, so here the constant pressure heat addition. So how this will come? So it will start from here. So beyond this saturated liquid line, so all the fluid will be in the liquid form. So here in center will be liquid plus vapor, and after this all these liquid will be in the form of vapor. The fluid will be in the form of vapor. So now, so this is actually the line. So 1 to 2. So here I am mentioning the boiler as 1 to 2. The process occurred in the boiler as 1 to 2. So here it starts from the saturated liquid, it enters into the saturated line, liquid line, then the liquid plus vapor form, then to the vapor form, completely to the vapor form. So this actually happens in the boiler. Then after that, so this is 0.2. So it will be like this. So this is 3. So actually we know that the second process is constant entropy. So expansion. During expansion, what will happen? The pressure will get reduced. So from 2 to 3, 0.2 to 3, the pressure is reduced. So after that, so this is the process. So the third process is constant pressure heat rejection. So constant pressure line. So this is actually the constant pressure line. So heat rejection is happening. So this is actually the process occurring in the turbine, and this is the condenser. Okay. So up to this, the fourth point is plotted. So from here, the remaining process. So next one is the process involved by the feed pump, which is the isentropic compression. So here the compression process occurs. So this is in the feed pump. So these are all the various processes involved in this cycle of the Rankine cycle. That is the power plant. Okay. So we can draw the corresponding TS. So how can we draw this? So the same saturation line. So here the first one starts from here. The process 1 to 2 starts from here. Okay, so this is the boiler, the process occurring in the boiler. So which is the constant pressure heat addition. Then from here to this, so second 2 to 3. So the second process is in the turbine. So which is the isentropic expansion. So this is the process occurring in the turbine. Then third one is in condenser. So at constant pressure the heat is rejected. So 3 to 4 is from here to here. So finally, so this is the process occurring in the condenser. Then in final stage, so it is actually the isentropic compression. So isentropic means, so here the constant entropy. So S1 is equal to S4. So this is the process occurring in the feed pump. Okay. So these are all the various processes occurring in the Rankine cycle. So we have plotted for both the PV and TS diagram. Okay. So I hope you have understood this.